Okay, hello Cloud Gurus and welcome to this lecture. In this lecture we're going to talk about the exam blueprint, and this is the exam blueprint for the AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate course. Now if you want to read this exam blueprint yourself, you simply need to type into Google AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate and click on the top link, and you should get the following landing page. Okay, so this is the landing page, and if you look under the Prepare for Your Exam section off to the right-hand side of the screen, you can click on the Download Exam Guide, and that will give you the exam blueprint. So have a read through that in your own time. The important things that you should pay attention to are the different objectives and what their weightings are. So the first objective is designing highly available, cost-efficient, fault-tolerant, and scalable systems, and that's worth 60% of the exam. The next objective is implementing and deploying, which is worth 10%. Data security is worth 20% of the exam, and one white paper in particular is extremely valuable for that section, which we'll cover off in another lecture. And then troubleshooting is worth 10% of the exam. So about the exam, it's 80 minutes in length. There's 60 questions, but this can change. When I first did the exam, it was 55 questions. They've now added 5 more questions to it. So it's currently 60, but the number of questions can change. They're all multiple choice, and the pass mark is based on a bell curve, and it moves around. So I've had people who, I've had students who have got 67% and failed, and then other students who've got the same result, 67%, and have passed. So it can seem a little bit unfair, but it is based on a bell curve, and so the pass mark does move around, and that's why Amazon don't, advertise what the pass mark is. And this is not just for the Certified Solutions Architect Associate course, but this is for all the exams. The pass mark moves around all the time. Typically, if I was you, you want to guarantee to pass, I would aim for 70%. Typically, if you do get 70%, you are going to pass the exam. The qualification itself is valid for 2 years. After that, you will need to renew it. The good news is that it's half price when you go on to renew the certification. And the exam consists of scenario-based questions, and they can be quite difficult. So in terms of the way we structure the questions throughout this course, is we do start out with very simple questions at the start. So it's just to make sure that you're getting your head around the basics and that you understand the different terminology, that you understand what CloudFront is, what S3 is, etc. But as you progress through the course, the questions will get harder and harder. And then we have our mega quizzes at the end, which are essentially exam simulation questions. And they're much tougher questions towards the end. So some students say our exam questions are too simple. There's a reason for that. We are just trying to get you ready for the exam, in the beginning. But if you go towards the end of the course, you'll find that we have lots of difficult scenario-based questions, and this is a deliberate act on our behalf. We try and make things easy for you to begin with. Then as you learn more and more, we make the questions harder and harder, and essentially we simulate the exam towards the end of the course. Okay, that's it for me, guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. If not, feel free to move on to the next lecture. Thank you.